Hi guys. Okay, let's just jump right into this, y'all. I just saw this on Twitter. It's like 5 in the morning, but I told y'all something about Tyler Perry is not legit, y'all. Something in that buttermilk not clean, y'all. Something in that buttermilk is not clean. You hear me? So this video I see here is over 2 hours. I don't got time for that. But I'm gonna share. Let me make sure the volume's good. Let me go ahead and put the tags in this. 1 second, y'all. Okay, so let me just go ahead and put the tags in here. 1 second, y'all. Because I'm not surprised by this at all. And he needs to go ahead and name who this person is, because let me tell y'all, I have seen Tyler Perry in concert. I've seen all his shenanigans with Meghan Markle, that cunt of a lady, that witch. And okay, y'all, listen, it's Mercury retrograde, and my tolerance is real low for bullshit. And I just saw this and I said, oh yeah, I'm finna talk about this, because I have seen Tyler Perry live. Okay? I've seen his plays live, and I don't care how much cologne that guy put on. I don't care how many characters he does. We know he's gay. Okay, let's start there. We know he's gay. That's really what he is, and that's really who he is. And because he markets his movies and his plays to the Christian community, he's not out, right? But he wears drag. You know, what straight man wears drag? Okay, none. That let's start there. None. Now, this very good looking. I remember he was in Medea Goes to Jail play, which is a very funny play. Still, okay, I give credit where credit is due. And he was in his play. He was in Tyler Perry's play. And he was always, showing his chest. A lot of Tyler Perry's actors are always showing their chests and oil and all this stuff, while Tyler is Medea, okay, and is always lusting after them. Now, how convenient, this guy comes out and says that there has been a sexual assault or sexual abuse that he's experienced in Hollywood. And I said, huh, okay. So I listen, we have P. Diddy. The whole P. Diddy shenanigans is still carrying on. People coming out against him. That's one person, right? Tyler I told y'all that something's up with Tyler Perry, because I said recently how this man is always in a woman's business, and straight men, okay, are don't really operate like that. You know what I'm saying? They don't do all that. You see what I'm saying? In real life, they don't. On the internet is different, but in real life, they don't do that. And Tyler Perry is always in drama. You know what I'm saying? And he's always doing weird stuff. And so, this action that I saw on Twitter with you all, and I'm gonna try to find a snippet of what he said, because the full video is allegedly 2 hours. I don't know if it's commentary of other people for 2 hours, or it's him and commentary, but I'm watching this for the first time with you all, and I said, why not just go live? Throw on something and go live, because if this is Tyler Perry, I would not be surprised. Okay, now I don't know if he said the name of who it is, but come on. So let me go ahead and share this with you guys. And let's get into what the heck is up, because yeah. Let me see if I can fix this. Okay, let me play this real quick.
Nasty bitch. Nasty bitch.
So that was one person's reaction. You up next, bro? Talk about Tyler Perry. So I'm like, it would not surprise me if this guy came on to him, and look, Tyler Perry is actually trending right now. Let me go ahead and reshare that again. He is trending right now. Look at that, guys. On the side. He is trending right there. So clearly this guy, something's going on with him. And remember, he was talking about ladies and rent and how women need to settle for a guy paying a lady's light bill. What straight man talks like that? What straight man talks about women in such a demeaning, down low? And you know, it's crazy because people for the longest have said how they don't like how Tyler Perry talks about and portrays black women in his films and stuff like that. So listen, guys, if it's Tyler, I saw him live in the flesh. With my own two eyes, I've seen Tyler Perry in play, and that guy he's not straight. I'll put it that way. Okay, he's not straight. I've seen him, and he gives gay vibes. He gives gay vibes. So I don't know how anybody can. I mean, the church is fake anyway, right? The church is full of shit. So the church is probably gonna cover his ass. And Oprah ain't no better. Okay, Oprah's ass. Listen, Oprah, Tyler, all Meghan Markle's minions, they all need to get exposed. I'm here for the tea for real because these people have been fake for the longest. Okay, for the longest, and they don't practice what they preach, guys. Oprah already got busted for being on a semi-glutes or Ozempic because her stupid ass with Weight Watchers. She lied, talking about she lost weight off weight. She ain't never lost her weight off Weight Watchers. She's a liar. Okay, she's an absolute liar. She took money out and went on Ozempic to lose weight. Okay, she's a liar. They're all liars, guys. They're money hungry thieves and they're liars. So let me go ahead and put these keywords in, and we're gonna get into this video because I'm up to here with the bullshit. You see what I'm saying? Like I'm past it now because these people all they want to see is money. Okay, all this thing is revolving around a fake thing for money, for profit. You see what I'm saying? And why is a man in drag marketing his movies and stuff to Christians? You know what I'm saying? It's guys, it don't make no sense. Okay, so let me see on Twitter what else they're saying about him. One second, let me see if there's a shorter video. I'll give my reaction to this. 6 minutes, 2 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna play this video right here. I'm gonna pull up this video and play this video right here. Let me see. Let's see what he had to say.
Good evening. Hope everybody's doing amazing. I've been speaking to my brother about making a declaration of my experience. What I experienced with certain powers that be that were moving inappropriately. And I really, like, it's in my bone marrow to discuss that because thankfully God built me the way that he built me, but I'm not sure, based on this person's claims and brags, that he's literally got at the same time this person was sexually harassing me for years. He was claiming, that he had multiple young black men on the payroll, and they just had to show up when he requested them to be there. And clearly that's why it felt to him that it was okay to say these things. And I want to have these discussions. I want to be transparent with y'all about that. I've done my best to forgive this person, but it happens. It happens. It's not just women that have to deal with it, but it's also men sometimes. And it'll be men tempting men. And that's why a lot of my posts over the last few years have been about taking the scenic route, taking the long way around, because if that means that you can carry your integrity with you, then, and it's 11:11. Thank you, Heavenly Father, for another opportunity to connect with you. Please forgive my sins, my shortcomings, my bad decisions, and my mistakes. Please continue to guide and protect us as only you can. Everybody that's watching, it's not a presentation. If I see 11:11, I try to have another conversation with God. So thank you, Heavenly Father. I appreciate you. We love you. We thank you. In Jesus Christ's name we pray, amen. That's interesting. But there are people that will and have and will continue to, unfortunately, offer these things. And some of them are your heroes. Some of them are people who y'all like, oh yeah, such and such is amazing, and he does this and he does that. Yeah, but he also does this and that. I at some point soon, it's gonna have to come out. I've kept one of these on me since 05. Whether it's a keychain recorder or a pen, because most predators would check your phone. And once the sexual harassment started, I was like, well, I got to protect me, because I'm saying no, and I don't want this person, as powerful as they are, to try to get in the way of my work. So I started recording. So I have them offering me money to take my clothes off.
What?
I have recordings when I wasn't working with them or for them. I have recordings of them confessing that, the other guys that they have on the payroll, all of the above. And the difference is, the wonderful thing about confidentiality agreements and non-disclosure agreements is that they can't prevent you from turning all of those things over to the police, because sexual harassment is a crime. Attempted sexual assault is a felony. And Tams, you literally just asked, why do we as Black people have to deal with that? But sometimes it's our own people. Sometimes it's our own heroes.
Heroes.
Sometimes it's the very people we deify. And we look up like, oh, they're doing so much. They're doing so much. No, they're also doing this. And my only reservation about naming the people, there was directors along the way like, hey, you read for this, that, and the other. You want to come back up to the apartment? I'm like, nah, I'm good. You got my headshot,
Oh
my
my
resume.
God.
You know if I can handle that or not. I can kill that, but I'm not. I don't need to come up to your apartment. We already had the audition.
What?
There's other people that I want to say everything, and my brother was like, nah, not yet.
Apartment.
Try to get in the way of my work. So I started recording. So I have them offering me money to take my clothes off.
What?
I have recordings when I wasn't working with them or for them. I have recordings of them confessing that, the other guys that they have on the payroll, all of the above. And the difference is, the wonderful thing about confidentiality agreements and non-disclosure agreements is that they can't prevent you from turning all of those things over to the police, because sexual harassment is a crime. Attempted sexual assault is a felony. And Tams, you literally just asked, why do we as Black people have to deal with that? But sometimes it's our own people. Sometimes it's our own heroes. Sometimes it's the very people we deify. And we look up like, oh, they're doing so much. They're doing so much. No, they're also doing this. And my only reservation about naming the people, you know, there was directors along the way like, hey, you know, you read for this, that, and the other. You want to come back up to the apartment? I'm like, nah, I'm good. You got my headshot, my resume, and I'm good. You know if I can handle that or not. You know I can kill that, but I don't need to come up to your apartment. We already had the audition. There's other people that I want to say everything, and my brother was like, nah, not yet. I want to tell it on the mountain, over the hills, and everywhere.
Okay. Let's check out the next video. What is this?
It's gonna have to happen.
Okay, the audio is bad. Let's stop. Okay, so I did a reading with on Jamie Foxx when Jamie Foxx was in a coma. I knew that Jamie Foxx also was pushed up on by men. A lot of these Black men, especially, have been speaking out. It's very good. Now, if it's Tyler Perry, he needs to go down. He didn't say who it is. And he says something about mentor and powerful. Okay, he needs to say who that is, because this is a big deal. You see what I'm saying? Now, let me just go ahead and see. Is this a real video? What is this? One second. One second, guys. Let me see if it's a real video. Okay, now let me just see. What on earth? What on earth? What on earth? So he said that somebody wanted him to go up to an apartment? But what? Man, what did I tell y'all? What did I tell y'all when Cassie came out against P. Diddy? I told y'all that this is everywhere. And this world has gone crazy. I told you guys. These people have gone crazy. Okay, so I'm just kind of lost for words. So I'm gonna pull up. Let's see what people are saying. What are people saying about this? Let me go ahead and share the comments and show you guys what people are saying. Dang, this is. I had a feeling because the guy is so attractive, and when I watched the play and I saw how Tyler was with that dress, I said, I always thought the back of my head, I wonder if and wasn't there another actor that was touring with Tyler with those plays and was seen in a bed with a man? This, I think it was like a darker skinned guy with dreads. Wasn't there a guy or something like that came? Oh no, he didn't have the dreads. It was the guy that was had a buzz cut, but he was darker tone, and there was something going around back then where he was in a bed with a man, and I was like, what the heck? Man, listen. Let's see what these comments are saying though. Oh my God. God, please protect this man's life because anytime someone wants to expose someone, they end up dead. What in the hell? Puff Dunn activated the male version of Me Too movement. It's about to get hella weird out here. Oh my God. It's been weird. Like, it's been weird. Mm, what the hell? What the hell? And that's what's scary, guys. That's what's scary because a lot of times it is the good looking guys. You see what I'm saying? It's the good looking guys that these things happen to. You know what I'm saying? That's what even Blueface is a dog. Even he said that. He was saying that, oh, I wish I wasn't as handsome because people think that I'm, it's hard being a good looking guy sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Most of the time. Somebody put Hollywood got more booty bandits in the penitentiary. Oh my God, bro. Oh my God. Like I said before, it was deleted the last time. I was just telling folks yesterday that Diddy isn't the only one. It's going to be a lot more powerful figures getting exposed one by one. I am not surprised by this info. These dudes are predators on the highest level, exploiting our people for their own pleasure. Oh my God. Somebody put in the comments that Jay-Z is one of them. Your pastor is too. Oh, most definitely the pastors. Didn't we just talk about that? They be the ones most gay. That's why they're so uh aggressive and frustrated because they'll be the ones that can't come out of the closet. You see what I'm saying? Everybody knows that. How do you think they become billionaires? What? I don't see the correlation of that, but okay. What on earth is going on, guys? Clive Davis, astrological transits. Yeah, he kind of fits the narrative. Billionaire documentary. I told y'all Ish is hitting the fan. They're gonna try to dunk. The Boondocks may tell you a joke, but dot dot dot. I'm sure it's happened to a lot of men. I've always suspected that. It is disturbing though. Let me see this video. This is so crazy. Oh my God, this is insane. This person they think it's Tyler Perry. I'm telling you, that guy's not straight. That guy is not straight. Christian Keys, if you wanted to know who was blank blank him as he refers to the guy being his mentor, is none other than Tyler Perry. As the powerful entertainment figure he alluded to, good night. Hmm. Everyone knows. Hmm. I mean, that's the first person I'm thinking of, and like I said, I saw him in person. I didn't get the vibe that he was straight. Um, that little kid he got, I don't know, this could be a beard kid. You know, these guys, especially from Atlanta, they get these girls as you know the term beard or beer, and they're not straight in the slightest. What? How does everyone know Tyler Perry's been blank blank his actors? Where do you guys get this info from? Well, it's kind of obvious, is it not? I mean, hello. Not surprised, as he said he was blank as a young. Plus, he is Oprah's buddy. That's what I said. Oprah and him are going down alongside that phony Meghan Markle. They all need to go down. They're not for their own people. I mean, they're fake. Look at how Oprah treated Michael. I will never forgive that bitch for that. Look at how she treated Michael Jackson. And then she want to go buddy up with the fluorescent beige Meghan Markle. And then Tyler is the one. Listen, if it is Tyler, I will not be surprised. And that within itself is sad because I should be surprised and I'm not. And says he's a Christian. Ain't nothing Christian about it. They be the worst. That's exactly who I guessed. He always creeped me out. Listen, the chickens need to come home to roost. You hear me? Oh, this guy talked about that was. I thought this was about Krishan. Now this is Jason Lee. He said, "I know who Christian Keys is talking about, and baby, this is going to rock the industry." Huh? Network icons, Black Hollywood. It's a wrap. Okay, so drop the name. What in the hell? It's a wrap. So let me read that again. I know who Christian Keys is talking about. And baby, this is going to rock the industry. Networks, icons, Black Hollywood, it's a wrap if he speaks out, and he should. At Christian Keys has never been messy, so don't question his motives. This person put Tyler Perry on the phone with Oprah right now, asking what to do and how much to offer. And yeah, Tyler is a billionaire. Mhm. Everyone knows who he's talking about. It's a short list of Black Hollywood billionaires. Look up black look up Hollywood billionaires that are actors on Google. These who Google say. Okay, Michael Jordan's not a billionaire, so that's dumb. Only one that sticks out to me is Tyler Perry. Tiger Woods ain't no damn actor. Y'all sound dumb. It's definitely not LeBron James. The hell? What kind of list is this? I would have just commented said, honey, what kind of list is that? Anyway, Messy Jason, you know nothing. Well, he may know something. Tyler Perry, but it's really Robert Smith. Who the hell is Robert Smith? Who the hell is that? What are they talking about? He's saying it's this guy. This guy said it's Roberts. Who the hell is that? This guy? Who is this? Who is that? Well, apparently he's a billionaire. Yeah, but is he an actor? Because if he's not in the same industry, how would that work? I don't know why he said this guy's name, but that's I don't know. I have to do some more research on that. That's weird to me. That's weird to me. Who the hell's Robert Smith? I don't know. But this guy said, but it's Robert Smith. Both of them. What the is going on, y'all? I need to put what is actually going on. The other day, I read allegations about Anthony Anderson and his abusive history. He is going to be hosting the Emmys this year, and a lot of people are shook about that. Let me see who that guy is. Anthony Anderson. Man, I feel bad for these men and women, mainly women, but you know, so it be these men as well, man, that be getting touched for a couple dollars, and we all know that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the rappers have been synonymous, have been linked to being booty bandits and having to be bottoms and stuff. Drake for the longest had that reputation. And ain't he a billionaire too for taking it up the butt? I mean, they're fruity. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to be that, but if you're singing about woman and I mean, Will Smith has been thrown into this as well, for having intimacy with a male best friend who's also in Hollywood and never came out as bisexual, so that would make him gay, and has alleged to Tasha K that he's gay. So what is going on, guys? What is actually going on? You know? And my thing is, why are all these creatives gay? I don't have a problem with it. I don't have a problem with it at all. What I'm saying is, why if that's what you are, you need to say that. You know what I'm saying? Why are people having to cover up for you? And on top of that, why are you with a woman just like Ricky Martin? Ricky Martin claimed he was gay too, and had a bunch of kids with a woman. Wasn't he married to a lady? So I don't know, guys, what's going on. Like I said, the world's going crazy. Now, somebody's saying it's this guy. I don't know. He's not a billionaire. This guy is not a billionaire. So I don't even know how these people are bringing up these people. He's not a billionaire. Didn't he say it's a billionaire? This guy's not no billionaire. The easiest person to think of is Tyler Perry. That's not hard to understand. Now, how do we know it's not Steven Spielberg? He's a billionaire in Hollywood. He's never worked with Steven Spielberg, sweetheart. Yeah, and Steven is white. He said it's a mentor. He said it's a mentor and somebody people look up to in the community, which means Black community. So more than likely, the guy is mixed or the guy is Black. The guy being white, it doesn't ring a bell to me. And it could be one of them, but the main guy probably is not, because he said it in a way where it sounds like it's anyway. He's talking about Tyler Perry. Listen, like I said, I've seen him live. I don't think he's straight. And the fact that all these Christian networks push him and he's clearly gay is hilarious. I mean, just like how the conservatives are pushing Caitlyn Jenner, and Caitlyn Jenner is so far removed from what they believe and what they actually stand for, and what they actually donate to. You know, they don't donate to transgender causes, and yet Caitlyn Jenner's all over Fox News. I mean, it's hilarious. Quite frankly, it's all a joke, really, guys. I mean, it's a joke. This is just crazy. And honestly, I wish he said the name, but I'm pretty sure he's probably trying to get his lawyer involved or some kind of money deal or some kind of interview, interview. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? Lonnie Love. Wow, this is legit. Lonnie Love from The Real. She has spoken up on behalf of Christian KEYES. This is some big shit, guys. Look at this. This is Lonnie from The Real. I have worked with and interviewed Christian KEYES through the years, and he has always been a truthful and kind man that seemed reserved. I wish him nothing but the best in revealing his horrible situation. He will help so many others with this revelation. What the hell? What the hell? And he said that he has different recordings, different devices that he recorded on, and on top of that, he said, "Oh my God." Man, if this is Tyler Perry, I will laugh so hard because, truth be told, Tyler Perry has been a snake, an oil snake salesman, and he needs to be exposed if it's him for real. I mean, no doubt about it in my mind. You know what I'm saying? So let me go ahead and look into the video, the actual video where he's talking. It's obvious who he's talking about. If we never hear this again, he got a hefty check. What on earth? Damn, this is some weird stuff going on. Let me go ahead and open up this video. Golly, man.
In my bank account,
Mm.
who they gonna believe?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
We
I
believe
got
you.
that $3,000. That's my son's mom's rent for next month. You know, got to make sure little man's taken care of. That's my rent.
I didn't know he
And
had kids.
that's a little bit for the gas tank, and the rest of it, I can go to the dollar store and get some bread and bologna and hot dogs and mustard, and you know, I can.
He don't got no more money.
You got a guy that's
What's going on?
a billionaire, and I got $3,000.
He said he got $3,000. That's all he got left. That's why these actors went on strike, y'all. They're not getting paid.
You got a guy that's
This is
a
crazy.
billionaire, and I got $3,000.
This got to be Tyler Perry, y'all. What y'all think? This got to be.
You got a guy that's a billionaire, and I got $3,000 in my bank account.
This got to be Tyler
Who
Perry.
they gonna believe? Right? I got that $3,000. That's my son's mom's rent for next month. You know, got to make sure little man's taken care of. That's my rent, and that's a little bit for the gas tank, and the rest of it, I can go to the dollar store and get some bread and bologna and hot dogs.
Dollar store, honey. If you're buying your bread and essentials from the dollar store, you are down bad. What the hell's going? You can't get no bread from Aldi. So it's not, maybe he don't got money for a lawyer, y'all. What y'all think?
You got a guy that's
Maybe he's
a billionaire.
Maybe he's talking in extremes compared to Tyler, but I mean, I get Tyler Perry vibes. Who else could he be talking about? That is a mentor, but like, you get what I'm saying? Like, who else is it? He didn't say.
You got a guy that's a billionaire, and I got $3,000 in my bank account. Who they gonna believe? Right? I got that $3,000. That's my son's mom's rent for next month. You know, got to make sure little man's taken care of. That's my rent, and that's a little bit for the gas tank, and the rest of it, I can go to the dollar store and get some bread and bologna and hot dogs and mustard, and you know, I can get by. work was slow, and a lot of the work that was coming was, it had penis attached to it. I'm like, fuck that, man. That's not
What? What did he just say? A lot of work had what attached to it? What did he just say? What did he just say? A lot of work that was coming was attached to pain? Huh? Oh no, he needs to go ahead and say who it is, because this is actually insane. Like, what? Like, what?
You got a guy that's a billionaire, and I got $3,000 in my bank account. Who they gonna believe? Right? I got that $3,000. That's my son's mom's rent for next month. You know, got to make sure little man's taken care of. That's my rent, and that's a little bit for the gas tank, and the rest of it I can go to the dollar store and get some bread and bologna and hot dogs and mustard, and you know, I can get by. Work was slow, and a lot of the work that was coming was, it had penis attached to it. I'm like, fuck that, man. I'm not. That's not what I want. That's not what I'm about to do. I regret not speaking up then, not being brave enough to, and I regret not hurting this person, because I got a big heart. Mother had a big heart. Mother's heart was as big as Flint, Michigan. She was like a little yellow boy. You finna come and you gonna be a part of my family. And I always try to think about things, you know, and not lash out, even though I wanted to, even though I want to. I'm mad at me for not hitting him. I'm mad at me for not speaking up and saying something. Because between that year and now, how many young Black actors have fell for?
Y'all, this sounds serious. This sound like some like this, y'all. This sound like this, y'all. This sound like somebody was chasing him down that alley to put something in his butt. This don't sound right, y'all. This sound like this has been happening for years. This is concerning as hell. This is concerning. Like, this doesn't even sound right what he's saying. I'm like I said, I'm not surprised, because when I saw him in Tyler's plays, I always suspected something. I ain't even gonna hold you. Like, when I saw that Tyler would always have these men oiled up and stuff in his plays, like, that's a bit much. Like, you know, I always suspected that. I wonder if something was going on, you know. And I hate to say that, but it's the truth, guys. So I'm not that surprised.
Guy that's a billionaire, and I got $3,000 in my bank account. Who they gonna believe? Right? I got that $3,000. That's my son's mom's rent for next month. You know, got to make sure little man's taken care of. That's my rent, and that's a little bit for the gas tank, and the rest of it I can go to the dollar store and get some bread and bologna and hot dogs and mustard, and you know, I can get by. Work was slow, and a lot of the work that was coming was, it had penis attached to it. I'm like, fuck that, man. I'm not. That's not what I want. That's not what I'm about to do. I regret not speaking up then, not being brave enough to, and I regret not hurting this person, because I got a big heart. Mother had a big heart. Mother's heart was as big as Flint, Michigan. She was like a little yellow boy. You finna come and you gonna be a part of my family. And I always try to think about things, you know, and not lash out, even though I wanted to, even though I want to. I'm mad at me for not hitting him. I'm mad at me for not speaking up and saying something. Because between that year and now, how many young Black actors have fell for that?
On earth is going on? He said, how many have fell for that? What is he trying to say? That all these guys are being sodomized? Like, I understand them like flirting with them, but like this don't sound right, guys. Okay, let's share this one. What on earth is going on? Oh no.
People that will and have and will continue to, unfortunately, offer these things. And some of them are your heroes. Some of them are people who y'all like, oh yeah, such and such is amazing, and he does this and he does that. Yeah, but he also does this and that. I at some point soon, it's gonna have to come out. I've kept one of these on me since 05. Whether it's a keychain recorder or a pen, because most predators would check your phone. And
what?
Once the sexual harassment started, I was like, well, I got to protect me, because I'm saying no, and I don't want this person, as powerful as they are, to try to get in the way of my work. So I started recording. So I have them offering me money to take my clothes off. I have recordings when I wasn't working with them or for them. I have recordings of them confessing that, the other guys that they have on the payroll, all of the above. And the difference is, the wonderful thing about confidentiality agreements and non-disclosure agreements is that they can't prevent you from turning all of those things over to the police, because sexual harassment is a crime. Attempted sexual.
This is so upsetting, guys. And people be having to go through a whole bunch just to survive. And I hope nothing actually did happen to him. It sounds like to me he tried to reject as much as he could, and he said that he had things to record. So it kind of makes me worried that maybe he was stuck somewhere, and he was being taken advantage of. I don't know. It makes me very concerned for him, because wow, that is heart-wrenching. And like I said, he hasn't said the name. We all are coming up with ideas of who it could be, but the reality is that Tyler Perry is close with this guy, and has toured with him and all types of ish. So it makes me think that maybe this guy has something to do with it. I don't know, because Tyler is not straight, and that's the bottom line. Okay, that's the bottom line. And this guy is very attractive. He's very attractive, and I always suspected, I always suspected, I always suspected that there was something going on. And now I'm like, okay, my intuition was on point. And it's taken him a while, like it does sometimes. And I'm sure people are gonna try to, say why so long. Well, listen, you have to put food on the table. And like he said, if there's something that he had to that he wasn't able to get out of, or whatever, he was cornered and he had to work, and I guess he's paying all these bills. Well, what is he supposed to do? You see what I'm saying? What is he actually supposed to do? Um I saw a video, but okay, so I'm gonna just pull up this other video. This other video of his is like 2 hours. I cannot watch no 2 hours, so that's why I've been showing you guys mainly clips. But wow, I'm like, oh my God, I feel sick to my stomach because I can only imagine like what he's gone through. And just him saying that this somebody try to tell him to go up to an apartment. I mean, if he's not gay and he's not interested, and it's supposed to be a professional relationship, why are you asking him to go up anywhere? Why are you trying to take advantage of him? And this is what I be talking about, guys. This is everywhere. The weirdness and just the creepiness of some people is everywhere. It's creepy. It's weird. And if you get weird vibes from people, stay away. You know what I'm saying? I stay away. If you suspect something's weird, something's off, listen. And it sounds like he rejected, but there's also a tone in his voice that makes me kind of think that maybe he took one of the offers because he felt like he was pressured to take it. And that's creepy to me, because then that's someone trying to make him uh, like gay and turn him out, and that's just creepy, you guys. I'm sorry, that's just creepy to me. So oh my, wow. Let me see the same video. Okay, this is another video. Let me play this. Let's see what video this is.
And have, and will continue to. But there are people that will and have and will continue to, unfortunately, offer these things. And some of them are your heroes. Some of them are people who you're like, oh yeah, such and such is amazing, and he does this and he does that. Yeah, but he also does this and that. I at some point soon it's gonna have to come out. I've kept one of these on me since 05.
05.
Whether it's a keychain recorder or a pen, because most predators would check your phone. And once the sexual harassment started, I was like, well, I got to protect me, because I'm saying no, and I don't want this person, as powerful as they are, to try to get in the way of my work. So I started recording. So I have them offering me money to take my clothes off. I have recordings when I wasn't working with them or for them. I have recordings of them confessing that, the other guys that they have on the payroll, all of the above. And the difference is, the wonderful thing about confidentiality agreements and non-disclosure agreements is that they can't prevent you from turning all of those things over to the police, because sexual harassment is a crime. Attempted sexual.
Okay, that part creeped me out. He said that there's other. So what he basically was alluding is that other people on the payroll, are these supposed to be straight men, have fallen for this trap and have done it because, guys, listen, this is some sick shit. This is scary because it's not just happening to women, it's happening to men. That's like making my stomach turn. That's awful. So here's a full video. I obviously cannot watch all this. God, this make me feel sick for real.
Let me cut the teeth.
Oh my God.
They don't need to be this loud. What's going on, y'all? I want to talk to you about some stuff, and it's been on my heart, so I want to speak on it.
Oh my God.
All right. Good evening. Hope everybody's doing amazing. I've been speaking to my brother about making a declaration of my experience. What I experienced with certain powers that be that were moving inappropriately. And I really, like, it's in my bone marrow to discuss that, because thankfully God built me the way that he built me, but I'm not sure, based on this person's claims and brags, that he's literally got, at the same time this person was sexually harassing me for years.
Years. Oh my God.
He was claiming, that he had multiple young black men on the payroll, and they just had to show up when he requested them to be there. And clearly that's why it felt to him that it was okay to say these things. And I want to have these discussions. I want to be transparent with y'all about that. I've done my best to forgive this person, but it happens. It happens. It's not just women that have to deal with it, but it's also men sometimes. And it'll be men tempting men. And that's why a lot of my posts over the last few years have been about taking the scenic route, taking the long way around, because if that means that you can carry your integrity with you, then, and it's 11:11. Thank you, Heavenly Father, for another opportunity to connect with you. Please forgive my sins, my shortcomings, my bad decisions, and my mistakes. Please continue to guide and protect us as only you can. Everybody that's watching, it's not a presentation. If I see 11:11, try to have another conversation with God. So thank you, Heavenly Father. I appreciate you. We love you. We thank you. In Jesus Christ's name we pray, amen. That's interesting. But there are people that will and have and will continue to, unfortunately, offer these things. And some of them are your heroes. Some of them are people who y'all like, oh yeah, such and such is amazing, and he does this and he does that. Yeah, but he also does this and that. At some point soon, it's gonna have to come out. I've kept one of these on me since '05. Whether it's a keychain recorder or a pen, because most predators would check your phone. And once the sexual harassment started, I was like, well, I got to protect me, because I'm saying no, and I don't want this person, as powerful as they are, to try to get in the way of my work. So I started recording. So I have them offering me money to take my clothes off. I have recordings when I wasn't working with them or for them. I have recordings of them confessing that, the other guys that they have on the payroll, all of the above. And the difference is, the wonderful thing about confidentiality agreements and non-disclosure agreements is that they can't prevent you from turning all of those things over to the police, because sexual harassment is a crime. Attempted sexual assault is a felony. And Tams, you literally just asked, why do we as Black people have to deal with that? But sometimes it's our own people. Sometimes it's our own heroes. Sometimes it's the very people we deify, and we look up like, oh, they're doing so much. They're doing so much. No, they're also doing this. And my only reservation about naming the people, there was directors along the way like, hey, you read for this, that, and the other. You want to come back up to the apartment? I'm like, nah, I'm good. You got my headshot, my resume, and I'm good. If I can handle that or not. I can kill that, but I don't need to come up to your apartment. We already had the audition. There's other people that I want to say everything, and my brother was like, nah, not yet. I want to tell it on the mountain, over the hills, and everywhere. I want to speak on it. And the good news is that they don't even have to believe me. Hopefully they would, but even if they don't, they can hear this person. Since sexual harassment started, I've carried many recorder devices on me, keychains, pens, thumb drives with a charged battery that get 6, 7, 8 hours, all the above. So I have the conversations. I really want to air that shit out, because it bothers me when I'm alone at night. Like, man, the world is celebrating this person, and they don't even know the shady and predatory way in which this person moves, and the way that, predators resent the prey that gets away. So when you don't say yes, when you don't say, okay, I'll acquiesce and, sign up and literally and figuratively play ball, because we're not doing that, they resent you.
Of course.
This is a conversation we're going to have, and we're going to have soon, because it bothers me in my spirit that I can forgive people. That's one thing. But yeah, Pete, we don't play ball. That's my brother in there. And he knows the real deal. He knows the who. I'm good. Somebody said, you don't look okay. I'm okay. I have peace. I'm literally strategically planning my next 8 moves. I'm good. God got me, because he was watching when I was offered these opportunities, And I didn't say yes. I didn't sell my soul or my ass. Excuse my French, y'all. I know some of y'all, hopefully y'all don't have no kids around, but I didn't sell nothing for success. It's like, nah, that's not what I want. You know, I ain't into that. I ain't into dudes. I got an only beard in the bed policy. Mine is the only beard in the bed. Yeah, we ain't doing none of that. I don't get down like that.
No, you better not.
And these people kept on for years.
As fine as you are.
Sexual harassment is a crime. Attempted sexual assault is
That's
a felony.
right.
And where I'm at now is that in the middle of the night, I think about if I'm brave enough to name the person. I'll take a polygraph live. I'll take 5 polygraphs live. And I'll pass all of them because it's the truth. This person is a predator, and he's one of several.
One of
it's
several.
A shame, man. But I think it's time. I want to, and I know, P, I know you're on here. I want to say everything now. And I have proof. It's not like I'm just making false accusations. I intentionally let the statute of limitations expire. It's not about money, but I'm going to have to take the receipts, the recordings down to the police department and let them hear this individual. I wasn't working for him in the month and the year that he showed up to my apartment and offered me $100 grand to take my clothes off. He said, I don't even need to touch you. I just want to see you naked. I declined.
Wait, what? No. He said, I don't need to touch you. I just want to see you for $100 grand. What kind of sick ish is that? Who does that? Now, I think he's hot. I always thought this guy was fine. And I hate to say this. I really hate to say this. But in the back of my mind, whenever I see a good looking guy, I've always been scared and nervous to think that maybe another guy that's a weirdo has tried to touch him. Because I've always heard that these pretty boys, you see what I'm saying? I've always heard that. You see what I'm saying? And the fact that it's like this pretty boy, I'm like, and I always had that feeling, you know, and I'm like, you know, but it's 6 a.m, guys. This is 6. I just saw this trending and I said, okay, I wanted to see this. And Tyler has been such a fraud, and so is Oprah, that I'm like, I really wanted to cover this. So I'm just like, I'm lost for words. I'm upset for him. I'm so mad that I'm laughing because I'm like, if that happens to me, I want to knock someone's head off. I mean, really.
Take a polygraph live. I'll take 5 polygraphs live.
Crazy.
And I'll pass all of them because it's the truth. This person is a predator, and he's one of several. And it's a shame, man. But I think it's time. I want to, and I know, P, I know you're on here. I want to say everything now. and I have proof. It's not like I'm just making false accusations. I intentionally let the statute of limitations expire. It's not about money, but I'm gonna have to take the receipts, the recordings down to the police department and let them hear this individual. I wasn't working for him in the month and the year that he showed up to my apartment and offered me $100 grand to take my clothes off. He said, I don't even need to touch you. I just want to see you naked. I declined because, again, scenic group, I got my integrity with me. I'll take the long way around. But being that I wasn't working with him and we were in my apartment, he had visited my apartment to offer me a job of this fall because the lead of this particular project was going to do something else. So he needed another lead. I recorded it because I didn't trust him. And I had told him over and over, and he let them hear this individual. I wasn't working for him in the month and the year that he showed up to my apartment and offered me $100 grand to take my clothes off. He said, I don't even need to touch you. I just want to see you naked. I declined because, again, scenic group, I got my integrity with me. I'll take the long way around. But being that I wasn't working with him and we were in my apartment, he had visited my apartment to offer me a job of this fall because the lead of this particular project was going to do something else. So he needed another lead. I recorded it because I didn't trust him. And I had told him over and over, and he still always tried shit. Just tried shit. So if people don't believe me, they can hear him in his voice. I have always kept something on me. Always. Even if my phone is off. Something else is, if I'm around somebody that has tried to sexually harass me, pressure me, intimidate me into some nonsense, I've always kept something on me so I could protect myself.
Man, I'm going to do that. I am going to do that. If I'm in any job, anything like that, I'm doing that too. I'm doing that.
Because if they're that powerful, again, scenic group, I got my integrity with me. I'll take the long way around. But being that I wasn't working with him and we were in my apartment, he had visited my apartment to offer me a job of this fall because the lead of this particular project was going to do something else. So he needed another lead. I recorded it because I didn't trust him. And I had told him over and over, and he still always tried shit. Just tried shit. So if people don't believe me, they can hear him in his voice. I have always kept something on me. Always. Even if my phone is off. Something else is, if I'm around somebody that has tried to sexually harass me, pressure me, intimidate me into some nonsense, I've always kept something on me so I could protect myself. Because if they're that powerful and they feel that entitled, then they can also try to get in the way of your work. I want to speak on it. I also want to keep making great things and creating jobs and opportunities. But, oh no, I got backups for the backups for the backups for the backups. I've watched way too many Jason Bourne movies not to have 15 backups. I can press play and you can hear the person and you'll know immediately who the person is that's offering me $100,000 to strip. You'll know right away and it'll break your heart. I won't have to say the person's name, but I can and I will. I don't mind doing a polygraph or 3 or 5 on live TV, and I'll pass all of them because it's the truth. This industry is something else. It's wonderful, and we get to chase our dreams, and we get to live other lives. I get to be a judge or an FBI agent. I get to be a girl dad. And some of the people that you think are your mentors are literally and figuratively just trying to fuck you. I have documentation from the dealership for the car that they tried to buy as an apology for offering me $100,000 to strip. It's time. I really want to just clear the air because I'm tired. And then where I'm at now, if it still feels like that person is fucking with you just to fuck with you, just to mess with you. The industry can be wonderful. I'm grateful, be clear, that this person showed me how not to be. When I'm a boss, people get daps and church hugs. The attractive women that work on even on my shows, my productions, they getting daps and church hugs. That's it. Because this person showed me how not to be when I'm in charge and when I built something and when I created something. I hear you, Pernell. I'm gonna be cool. I'm gonna dial it back. You get on my nerves because I know you're right, but it's in my fucking bone marrow, and I'm tired of this person gallivanting around doing these PR stunts. Oh, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that and I'm gonna do that. Well, then speak on if you gonna have. Woo! We're gonna have a conversation, y'all, really soon. Really, really soon. Really soon. And I thank God that he made me the way that I am, because I know he sat back and watched, like, what are you gonna do? Like, are you going to acquiesce and take this movie that's gonna make 60, 70, $80 million? Are you gonna take this picture? Are you gonna go to that late night audition, that late night table read? No.
Oh no, I know he didn't just say late night table read now. Oh no. Oh, he breaking it down and he said church dad. So that gave it away too. Because the person has to be associated with the church because he said church dad. I hear what he's saying.
Lives, I get to be a judge or an FBI. I also want to keep making great things and in his voice. They can also Bourne movies not to have 15 backups. I can press play and you can hear the person and you'll know immediately who the person is that's offering me $100,000 to strip. You'll know right away and it'll break your heart. I won't have to say the person's name, but I can and I will. I don't mind doing a polygraph or 3 or 5 on live TV, and I'll pass all of them because it's the truth. This industry is something else. It's wonderful, and we get to chase our dreams, and we get to live other lives. I get to be a judge or an FBI agent. I get to be a girl dad. And some of the people that you think are your mentors are literally and figuratively just trying to fuck you. I have documentation from the dealership for the car that they tried to buy as an apology for offering me $100,000 to strip. It's time. I really want to just clear the air because I'm tired. And then where I'm at now, if it still feels like that person is fucking with you just to fuck with you, just to mess with you. The industry can be wonderful. I'm grateful, be clear, that this person showed me how not to be. When I'm a boss, people get daps and church hugs. The attractive women that work on even on my shows, my productions, they get daps and church hugs. That's it. Because this person showed me how not to be when I'm in charge and when I built something and when I created something. I hear you, Pernell. I'm gonna be cool. I'm gonna dial it back. You get on my nerves because I know you're right, but it's in my fucking bone marrow, and I'm tired of this person gallivanting around doing these PR stunts. Oh, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that and I'm gonna do that. Well, then speak on if you gonna have. Woo! We're gonna have a conversation, y'all, really soon. Really, really soon. Really soon. And I thank God that he made me the way that I am, because I know he sat back and watched, like, what are you gonna do? Like, are you going to acquiesce and take this movie that's gonna make 60, 70, $80 million? Are you gonna take this picture? Are you gonna go to that late night audition, that late night table read? No, you ain't built me like that. I'm been beat, shot at, stomped out more than most of the people that are here on this live put together. P, I'm gonna call you in a minute. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna air it out, but I'm so fucking close because I'm tired. I'm tired. And it needs to be told. And the bad part is I'm gonna be painted as the villain when I was the one that was sexually harassed for years, bullied, intimidated, and sexually harassed for years. And I'm going to be painted as the villain because y'all have deified this person. And then if a person tells you over and over, first of all, in general, you have no right to touch anybody. None. Now, that's why I'm careful. Like when I do my shows and everything, you know, it's church hugs. I put the veils on and I kiss people on the hair up here. Nothing sexual, nothing weird, nothing crazy. And I'm trusting that, you know, the fans will receive that out of a place of love and connection. But you are not allowed to touch somebody without their permission. Not allowed to try to touch them in a sexual or private place without their permission. And if they've already declared, like, hey, bruh, I get that that's your thing, but I like black women and Hennessy. And so miss me with the bullshit, because I'm never going to be open to that. I'm never going to swing at that pitch. Like I'm batting for this team over here. God made ovaries and fallopian tubes and vagina, labia majora, labia minora, uterus. It's just wonderful over here. So I'm going to stay over here, like chill. And then this person still tries to grab you, physically grab you. Cassie speaking out has reminded me about.
I just saw a post on here while I'm just looking up, show the phone. Claudia Jordan, who was also on the Real Housewives of Atlanta for a brief period of time. Claudia Jordan, she's like known for a host. She said that he told her this verbatim 15 years ago, and told her that he was gonna come forward one day, and she said that she commends his bravery. So there is a lot of people, mainly women, that are standing in solidarity with him. I'm just looking at all the people that are supporting him, that know him, that work with him, and see that what he's saying is true. Heartbreaking, guys. Heartbreaking stuff. I'm just reading it while I'm listening to him.
Not just me, because it was brutal going through, because it lasted for years. But her speaking out, people need to know. And the funny thing is, predators like that, they resent the prey that got away. They resent the prey that got away, the prey that didn't fold, the prey that didn't acquiesce and say, okay, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and take this L and sacrifice my morals for this opportunity. Nah. That was around the time that I was considering going back to Michigan, 08, 09, because work was slow, and the work that was coming was offered with a side of penis. And yeah, that don't do nothing for me. I'm batting for y'all team. So, yeah, at some point soon, I've spoken with my attorney trying to figure out how to deal with it. It's never been about money. I literally intentionally let the statute of limitations pass. It's not about money or being able to sue. But at some point, really soon, the police report is going to be filed, and I'll turn over the recordings of the inappropriate behaviors and the inappropriate offers, and I'll turn over the paperwork for the car that was bought as an apology for offering me $100,000 to take my clothes off. And y'all can hear him. His voice is very distinctive. And I want to empty. I'm tired of carrying this shit. There's a reason now why I fight more than ever when somebody wrongs me, and why I almost too aggressively speak up is because I wasn't brave enough to then. And I regret not being able to be strong enough, and I resent that part of me that wasn't strong enough to speak up about it. It's taking everything in me not to air out everything and put all the recordings online, put all the paperwork and the PDFs online. There's no reason that this person's company would be on the bill of sale for a vehicle unless it's right after the timestamped recording of him offering me $100,000 to take my clothes off. He said, I don't have to touch you. I just want to see you naked. I'm like, what the fuck? What? Like, I'm not into that. I don't fuck around like that. I don't do that. What the fuck? What? Leave. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. Get out. I thought you were my brother and my friend. And this definitely has nothing to do with my brother who's in here. Be clear. I thought this person was a brother type figure, a mentor type figure. But for you to continuously throw these opportunities, you know good and damn well, all it ever was you pretending to be a mentor, trying to get some ass. That'll never happen. I don't bat for that team. Yeah, but I gotta get off of here and talk to my brother because I'm so fucking close to just airing everything out. I'm just dumping everything online in the morning. I'm tired, man. I'm not forgiving myself. I didn't do anything wrong. I wasn't brave enough back then because somebody said, forgive yourself. KG, it's heavy on my heart, man. And I'm tired. And we around here deifying people that go out and do this, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna pay off this, and I'm gonna pay off that, and I'm gonna pay off that. But at the same time, these same people are predators. I'm not blaming myself for saying no. I'm not blaming myself for almost quitting acting. I'm just mad at me for not being brave enough to say something sooner. That's the only thing that I regret.
See, I want to say something. I actually work for a company where I witnessed somebody that was being inappropriately touched, and I was almost inappropriately touched, and I went to HR, and I technically lost my job. I mean, I didn't want to work in a different department, and I have no regrets. And so when he says that he's not going to forgive himself, it's not his fault. If there was a pervert predator that tried to come on to him and offer him money for sexual favors, that is not his fault. And I'm telling you, I'm not in anything as close as what he's described, but it was sexual misconduct at work, and I reported it. And I had a great job. I was getting paid well for what it was, and I couldn't stay there because of what happened. And the guy got fired, but then I saw him pop up at a school, and I told again. You see what I'm saying? Like, why is this guy here? This guy is crazy. So I'm telling you guys, these freaks of nature are everywhere, and that hurts me to hear that he is so upset at himself for something that he cannot control. That's awful. Because when I saw something inappropriate, I spoke up. And yeah, I couldn't stay there. I quit. I was out. And I loved and it was working for my schedule and everything. It was very sad. But I had a trust in a higher power and in what's good in the world, that what I deserve will come to me and I will get better. And I did. And I did. And that's how he has to think now too, regardless if it's 15 years or it was right then and there. He obviously knew that if he did it at the time, he would not probably have any money. And I get that. If he has kids and he doesn't know if it's the right timing or whatever, but you cannot, here's what I want to say. You cannot blame yourself for freakish people, right? For people who are awful people. That is never your fault. It is never your fault if you are caught up around people, especially in a work situation with assholes. That is never your fault. So he needs to stop saying that he feel no. Forgive yourself totally and now. Christian Keys, forgive yourself 100,000%. It is not your fault that there is freaks trying to get up on you and you don't bat. And in your words, you don't bat for that team, and that is your right. And shame on them, and shame on that person who did it to you. And we want names, by the way. But regardless of that, It's never your fault. If someone tries to try you, it is never your fault. It is never your fault. It is never, I repeat in the camera to men and women listening, looking eye to eye, voice to voice. It is never your fault. It is never your fault. Some have the bravery, some have the courage, the courage. I didn't give a fuck because I don't play that. You know what I'm saying? But he's on a higher level and he's, this is his career. So I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get it. And it's tough. It's hard. It's hard. But he can't, it's not your fault. It's not his fault. So scratch all that. You know what I'm saying? Now you're speaking out about it. Now you have had the time to deliberate and figure out what you're gonna do about it. And that's fine. We're not judging you. We are not judging him based upon the time frame. At least I'm not. Okay. I'm not.
I wish I'd have been brave enough. I'm him now. I know who I am. I know who God built me to be. And I'm not afraid of those consequences. My concern is that a lot of y'all are going to be like, man. And your immediate reaction is going to be like, oh, well, we got to protect our deity. We got to protect. It's going to have to happen. I'm interested to see which peers are mad at me because it may interfere with their work. But yeah, you get a grown ass man that knows that you're heterosexual and you're sleeping off Hennessy in his guest room because he says it's safe. Because I know I'm bent, so I'm after a big party. Won't say what type, won't say where. I'm sleep. I'm gone because I'm 4-5 Hennessy's deep and not short Hennessy's either. And this dude tries to climb into bed with you.
Oh no.
So
don't tell me. Oh no. Not we're going P. Diddy style now. Oh no. Oh hell no. So now he's saying that he was in his sleep and a man came on. What? Y'all, this is some serious shit. This is awful. What the hell we gonna do if this is Tyler Perry? All the millions he got, is he gonna go to jail? Is he gonna go to prison? How is this gonna be rectified? Because this is crazy. Like, I was not prepared for this, guys. I like this is too this is uh yeah. Okay.
of those consequences. My concern is that a lot of y'all are going to be like, man. And your immediate reaction is going to be like, oh, well, we got to protect our deity. We got to protect. It's going to have to happen. I'm interested to see which peers are mad at me because it may interfere with their work. But yeah, you get a grown ass man that knows that you're heterosexual and you're sleeping off Hennessy in his guest room because he says it's safe. Because I know I'm bent, so I'm after a big party. Won't say what type, won't say where. I'm sleep. I'm gone because I'm 4-5 Hennessy's deep and not short Hennessy's either. And this dude tries to climb into bed with you. So you spaz out, push him out, like, what the fuck? Get ready to leave. He apologizes, blame it on the alcohol. And you try to forgive him. So you're like, all right, man. All right, I'm gone. You shake his hand on the way out, and he tries to grab your penis. He tries to shake and grab your equipment. And you spaz even more. Like, what the fuck you doing, man? What the fuck? Oh, my bad. So you go to leave, he tries to do it again. Now, at that point, my only regret is not breaking multiple bones in this person's face. Like beating the dog shit out of this person, right? Because that's available to me at all times. That in her grizzly bear is always available, but in the moment, I'm like, what the fuck? And wanted to, but you got a guy that's a billionaire, and I got $3 grand in my bank account. Who they gonna believe?
I'm sorry, y'all. This sounds like Tyler Perry. For real. Throwing the parties, try it 3 times. What other billionaire? He said this guy's a billionaire. That sounds like Tyler. Who else would that be? Like, this is crazy. So 3 times the guy attempted to touch him. He spazzed every time. The guys, this guy needs to get paid compensation. Christian KEYES. I just tweeted him and said, I'm proud of you. He needs to get compensation, and the guy needs to go to prison. This is crazy. If this is Tyler Perry, I will actually riot on behalf of Christian KEYES, because I saw that guy live and I think he's gay. I know he's gay. And this is wrong, guys. This is wrong. This is wrong. This is wrong. This is wrong. And I can only imagine how he feels, because he doesn't, like he said, the guy's a billionaire. The guy could have got a hitman. The guy could have fired him. You know, he probably didn't know what to do, guys. You know, so anybody out here saying, well, why didn't he? When things happen that are unexpected in a moment, you don't know how to react. You don't know what to do. So that's why, it's awful.
You spaz. So you spaz out, push him out, like, what the fuck? Get ready to leave. He apologizes, blame it on the alcohol. And you try to forgive him. So you're like, all right, man. All right, I'm gone. You shake his hand on the way out, and he tries to grab your penis. He tries to shake and grab your equipment. And you spaz even more. Like, what the fuck you doing, man? What the fuck? Oh, my bad. So you go to leave, he tries to do it again. Now, at that point, my only regret is not breaking multiple bones in this person's face. Like beating the dog shit out of this person, right? Because that's available to me at all times. That in her grizzly bear is always available, but in the moment, I'm like, what the fuck? And wanted to, but you got a guy that's a billionaire, and I got $3 grand in my bank account. Who they gonna believe? Right? I got that $3 grand. That's my son's mom's rent for next month. You know, got to make sure little man's taken care of. That's my rent, and that's a little bit for the gas tank, and the rest of it I can go to the dollar store and get some bread and bologna and hot dogs and mustard, and you know I can get by. Work was slow, and a lot of the work that was coming was it had penis attached to it. I'm like, fuck that, man. I'm not. That's not what I want. That's not what I'm about to do. I regret not speaking up then, not being brave enough to, and I regret not hurting this person because I got a big heart. Mother had a big heart. Mother's heart was just big slim Michigan. She was like a little yellow boy. You finna come and you gonna be a part of my family. And I always try to think about things, you know, and not lash out, even though I wanted to, even though I want to. I'm mad at me for not hitting him. I'm mad at me for not speaking up and saying something. Because between that year and now, how many young Black actors have fell for that? How many of them, and you can hear him say it on you can hear him on the conversations. You can hear him on the conversations. You can hear him say that he has several guys, multiple guys on payroll, 6 figures a year, that pop up and they do whatever he wants and they go back home. So they pop in, they grab their ankles, they do whatever he wants. And I'm like, I'm not finna fucking do that. I'm not doing that. I don't want to make it that bad. I want to be able to shave in the fucking morning without any grief or any regret or any shame waiting for me in the mirror.
Did he say grab ankles? That sounds like Tyler again, bro. Come on. Grab ankles? What kind of freaks are these? Yo, grab ankle. I don't even think that men talk to women like that. Like if it's consensual, not even men talk to women like that unless they're abusive and they're toxic, because that's not even attractive. So that guy that came on to him is definitely a predator, because that's not even gonna get anybody in the mood. And he's heterosexual. So that sounds like Tyler Perry to me. I don't know. If it's not Tyler, I'm I'm very interested to know who this is, because this is crazy. And they need to never make a film, a TV show again. Like, for real.
Flemish.
For real.
She was like a little yellow boy. You finna come and you gonna be a part of my family. And I always try to think about things, you know, and not lash out, even though I wanted to, even though I want to. I'm mad at me for not hitting him. I'm mad at me for not speaking up and saying something. Because between that year and now, how many young Black actors have fell for that? How many of them, and you can hear him say it on you can hear him on the conversations. You can hear him on the conversations. You can hear him say that he has several guys, multiple guys on payroll, 6 figures a year, that pop up and they do whatever he wants and they go back home. So they pop in, they grab their ankles, they do whatever he wants. And I'm like, I'm not finna fucking do that. I'm not doing that. I don't want to make it that bad. I want to be able to shave in the fucking morning without any grief or any regret or any shame waiting for me in the mirror. There's a trauma that comes with being bullied and intimidated and sexually harassed like that. And the bad part is when the truth comes out, a lot of y'all in here are gonna be like, man, I don't believe it. And you can watch me on whatever news station. I'll take polygraphs live on TV. You can hear the recordings yourself. Person has a very distinctive voice when they offer me $100 grand to take my clothes off. Person has a very distinctive voice when they literally sexually assault me and try to grab my private parts, and I'm blocking their hand like, what the fuck are you doing? And he's like, oh, my bad, and tries to do it again. Some of these people are y'all heroes. Some of these people y'all have deified and set up on a stool or on a stoop. It's taking everything in me not to say. But I promise you this. I will promise you this. As an executive on the show, I'm grateful for this person for showing me how not to be. When you're the boss, how not to be. You don't sexually harass your employees. You don't pressure them, bully them, try to intimidate them into what you want. I am grateful for that lesson. I'm glad that God sat back, because not only was he watching to see if I was the person that he thought he had made, but he was letting me see who I am. And I'm grateful for it, because it let me know, and that gave me a lot of my bravery. I thank God that he just sat back and watched. It's going to be a conversation really soon. And it won't be a conversation or accusations. Again, I let the statute of limitations run out. It's never been about money. My concern is that this person is still doing it, still a predator. And it's not okay. And I wish I was brave enough to speak up back then. I was worried that he would get in the way and try to interfere with my work and try to blackball me, because he couldn't ball me. Pun intended. It's going to be a conversation had. Real.
I'll see if it's on the show, guys. Let's see if it's back, y'all. So gonna repeat. It's from Zion. Guys, I'll be right back, okay? It's unfreezing. The mic is working. I just need the camera to go back on, and we'll be back showing the video. Okay. Let's see. Why is it blocked though? Like, why is it blocked? It makes no sense. Divide.
That's not okay. And I wish I was brave enough to speak up back then. I was worried that he would get in the way and try to interfere with my work. And try to blackball me because he couldn't ball me. Pun intended. It's going to be a conversation had real soon. The beauty of non-disclosure agreements is that even if you do sign them, you can't speak about certain things, but confidentiality agreements don't, after speaking with several attorneys, they do not prohibit you. They can't prevent you from going to police departments and reporting sexual harassment and giving them your receipts, giving them your recordings, giving them your PDFs. And they don't prevent you from reporting felonies. Sexual harassment is a felony. If you tell a person, if you tell a whole grown man, like, hey, I ain't into dudes, yeah, y'all shut the fuck up. You tell a grown man, I'm not into guys, and He tries to grab your private parts, not once, but twice, after trying to climb into bed with you. That is the legal definition of sexual assault. So, yeah. And no, I didn't see that documentary. Yeah, NDA and confidentiality agreement do not cover crimes, and they don't prevent you from taking all your evidence to the police. And then there's a public record. So at some point really soon, this is going to have to happen. This conversation is going to have to happen because it's fucking with me. It's bothering me. And it needs to happen. Y'all going to be disappointed in who it is because y'all been fooled for years. But it's going to have to happen. So, yeah, exactly. You said it. No means no. If I got multiple friends in the industry that are LGBTQ plus. I've had drinks with a castmate and his boyfriend. I don't give a fuck who they sleeping with. I don't give a flying fuck at a Rolling Donut who these people are sleeping with. How do you treat me as a human being? That's what matters to me. That'll be the only thing that affects how I treat you. If you're respectful of my boundaries, then I can have a drink with you and your girlfriend or you and your boyfriend. I don't care. I don't have heaven to send you to when you leave here. That's God's job to judge you. But what we not going to do, yeah, we're not going to try to force. Nah, man. It's taking everything in me not to air that out. Everything. I've been carrying this with me for a decade and a half. More. I'm gonna get off of that subject. It's gonna be addressed, and it's gonna be addressed soon. And if anybody has a problem with me telling the truth about predators in this industry, then they are truly part of the problem. And I'll say that out front. So that way, when certain people who are worried about their work that are tied to this person or whatever, it's because they're selfish and they're worried about work. You can't treat people like that. And when I'm the boss, when I'm CEO, when I can make any TV show and film that I want, people are going to be able to come work with me and know that they don't have to worry about bullshit. They don't have to worry about opportunities being tied to sexual favors. They won't have to worry about being sexually harassed and intimidated and bullied because they didn't acquiesce to the sexual harassment or the attempted sexual assault or any of that. They're going to be able to show up and work and create amazing and great stuff without that. I was on a show, and if I had done what this actress did, just switching lanes, if I had done what she did, I'd never work again and I'd be in jail. She used to come up and pat me on the jump, like pat my penis, like, oh, okay, I see that print. And I checked her, I grabbed her hand right away, checked her, like, what the fuck are you doing? I didn't, okay, I'll do that shit, I'm going to jail. What are you doing? She did it again. Grabbed her hand, I was like, stop, that shit ain't funny. We're preparing for a scene. She walks past, cups my equipment, and it's like, oh, you got some girth. When I tell you,
had that been a dude, I'd have punched them in their motherfucking mouth. If I behaved like this woman, this particular actress had done, in that moment, I'd be in jail, I'd be canceled, and I would never fucking work again. You don't get to walk past somebody and be like, oh, that's nice, and pat them on their fucking private.
Okay, guys, let's check out if the mic is working. Suspiciously, everything just froze, and I found a way around it to still get the video showing for you guys. I'm back, as you can see. Okay, the mic is working, so I'm probably gonna cut that out, or maybe I may not cut that out, because why would that keep happening? You know what I'm saying? There's multiple times now where I'm trying to stream it and it will just freeze. My Wi-Fi is beyond amazing. I have like 12 tabs open, and sometimes I don't even have 12 tabs because I'm trying to get different, videos, different things, and it will still freeze. I could have only one tab in this tab and it will freeze for no reason. I get that it's over an hour, it doesn't matter. If the Wi-Fi is strong and everything looks good, I should not be having that issue. So maybe I will contact StreamYard and ask them why this keeps happening. But I'm glad we're back, guys. I'm back. Everything is Gucci. I'm finally back on here properly. I can hear myself. Let's go ahead and continue the video.
I get to call my job as a blessing, and I love it, and I'm grateful to God about it. Nah, that absolutely wasn't 𝒸𝒶𝓅𝓅. Please don't do that. That's my heart. I love her to the moon and back. She's a consummate professional. It was another project. It was a TV and film project, and she felt entitled to do that bullshit. Now, had I said something and she was higher than me on the call sheet, they would have just wrote me out. I'd have died. I told you, Miguel. They'd have wrote my character out and killed them off or whatever. And you're like, okay, boom, this is a series regular. I'm 1, 2, 3 on the call sheet. But that's not okay. It's not okay. Y'all wonder why I stay in my fucking dressing room while we on set. Because it's bullshit out there. And it's people that don't appreciate and aren't there to honor the opportunity that we have. They're just doing whatever they want to, whatever they feel entitled to. Imagine a man walking past a woman tapping, saying, I see that print poking through. I'm going to jail that very day. But she can do it and continue to work in this industry. And if I report her to the female executives that were on that particular show, it's gonna get swept under the rug, because they had already told me, just Christian, just stand here and be pretty. Just stand here and look pretty. While I'm asking about certain things in the scene so I can make it make sense to me intellectually. Just stand there and be pretty. So of course I can't trust. P, give me a minute. Chill out. I'm venting. Of course I can't trust them. Stand there and be pretty. That's that bullshit that men told women for decades. So why the entire fuck is that?
That's correct.
Makes sense to me intellectually. Just stand there and be pretty. So of course I can't trust. P, give me a minute. Chill out. I'm venting. Of course I can't trust them. Stand there and be pretty. That's that bullshit that men told women for decades. So why the entire fuck is that okay for you to say that to me when I'm asking you the history of a particular scene so I can make it make sense to me honestly here? So that way when the words exit my spirit, it's honest. A few people calling me right now because they're probably seeing this and they're wondering if I'm actually going to tip the can over, and I want to. I fucking want to so bad. Because I'm tired of carrying it. I'm tired of carrying and having to deal with the bully and the harassment. Years. Not one, not two, not three, more. Years of sexual harassment and attempted sexual assault. And I want to air that shit out so bad. I'm having a night, clearly. Pretty boys deserve the same respect as the block button. Go fuck yourself. I'm a grown ass man. I'm 48. I'm not a pretty boy. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me now? Okay, some people can hear me. Can you? Good. Yeah, it's not, yeah. And if you know me, then you know I'm a grown man. Don't call me pretty boy. That's some bullshit. So yeah, I needed to vent and get some of this out of my system because there's a vitriol that you carry when you deal with this. And there's a trauma that comes with it because you never know. Like, okay, is this meeting legit? Or is this some bullshit? Is this another one of those meetings where you meet with a black billionaire businessman, and while my manager is there, everything is everything. I got my Kinko's presentation with the plastic cover on it. I pay good money on this, good money. I'm running it down like you can invest in this, that, and the other. So my manager leaves, he moves into a conference room, and I'm like, okay, it's a conference room. Nothing sketchy about this. Didn't realize that the doors on the side of the conference room right there led into his suite. So about 8 or 10 minutes, I'm nervous and I'm like, okay, what the fuck? Okay, you changing? You got to use the bathroom. It's a number 2. Cool. He comes back in silk pajamas, silk robe, right as they're delivering strawberries and champagne like this is Pretty Woman or a fucking date. Now, I'm like, wait, whoa, this ain't that. I'm not him, and this ain't that. I'd love for you to invest in my company. He probably should have, because he would own a piece of All the Queen's Men. The books I've already sold, the 6 or 8 books I'm about to release, all of that. He would have had a piece of all of that monetarily, but he didn't. He was thinking with his dick. And yeah, he came back in, grabbed a strawberry, sat down, and I was like, yeah, I'm leaving. You got my presentation, I'm gone. He's like, are you sure? I said, yeah. Yes, I'm sure. I'm sure. He's like, are you sure? That second, are you sure, means if you don't stay and do what I want, you're not going to get what you're hoping for. Now, this particular guy is out here paying tuition for entire classes of HBCUs after this sketchy shit. Want to air him out too. I'm just tired of carrying this bullshit with me. I'm tired. there are wolves in the hen house. And yeah, it's disappointing because you're like, okay, well, I want to learn from this person, or I want to learn from this person, or maybe partner with this person over here because he's investing in black companies, not knowing that he's a predator. And this person who's supposed to be your mentor is the worst predator of all. It's got to come out at some point. So just, yeah, you carry shit and it gets heavy. I'm going to call my brother back. I'm so fucking close to tipping a glass over and just letting the marbles roll wherever they go because I'm tired of carrying it. And it would be easier to just file that police report, name that person for attempted sexual assault, name that person for sexual harassment for years, turn over the evidence, and then let the world hear him offer me $100,000 to take my clothes off. Thank God he made me the way I am. And I could say, no, I was broke as fuck. When I tell you, I would have loved that $100,000. I wasn't finna sell my soul. Oh, wow. Warriors. You talking about the basketball game? Let me go ahead and get you this black button. You can fight with that, Warrior. I'm gonna log off before I spill this shit, man, and fuck up y'all year. Fuck up 2024. Because if you think that Diddy shit was crazy, you don't even know. I'm gonna get up on out of here. But this conversation is gonna happen. I'm gonna head down there. I've already been down to I stopped in the parking lot once, and the other time I made it into the lobby of the police station to file it. I had my computer with me and all the recordings. Like I said, when the sexual harassment started, I carried a keychain. I carried multiple pens. Sometimes they only lasted 3 or 4 hours. Sometimes you had to put like a AAA battery in them. But you can hear these offers from the person who made the offer. And I suggest that too. That's why I'm cautious too when people email my manager or my booking agent or whoever, like, hey, I want Christian to be my mentor. I'm afraid to mentor anybody. On set, if we're working on a project together, or you're working on a project I created, ask me what you want to ask me. But individually, separately, I'm afraid because of the bullshit that I had to deal with. And you got these predators still running around, still fucking over people, still screwing people over. And at some point soon, I'm gonna air this shit out. You just gotta ask yourself, are you ready? Because y'all deified some of these people. Y'all made them almost. I said what I have with recordings. You just say, don't say what you have with. I have all of it layered and stacked and proof. You're allowed to record yourself when you feel unsafe. I have all of it. I have all of the inappropriate moments and offers and bullshit. I'm not sorry. Don't say that. I'm with the shit. I'm tired of carrying it. I saw what they did to Terry Crews when he didn't say anything. And yeah, like that doesn't make it comfortable for you to be like, man, I really want to tell the truth about this because I'm sure this person is still out here doing the same thing. And if not, what has he done over the last 15 years? Excuse me, I usually sneeze. Sorry, I have allergies. I usually sneeze twice. What has this person done over the years with other people when he's on recording talking about how he's got multiple guys on payroll for 6 figures a year to pop up and hold their ankles. This conversation is going to have to happen. And the drop off at the police station is going to have to happen. And y'all going to be disappointed. And that's the bad part. Because a lot of y'all going to be like, man, no, not him. Yeah, him. And I can be on the news taking a polygraph, which I will, gladly. And I'll pass everyone. And some of y'all still won't believe it. Stop deifying these entertainers. We just human. But some of us are a little more human than others. And some of us actually give a fuck about the people that we work with, the people that we affect, the people that we have an opportunity to create an opportunity for. I love the fact that God let me create a show and there's 150 or 200 people working every single season. That lets me know I'm in my purpose. I don't love the fact that he sat back and let me go through that mess. But I appreciate the fact that he built me strong enough to pass on those opportunities to sell my soul or a body part. Take the scenic route. Take the long way around. I might have to air these recordings and this information out soon because I'm tired of carrying it, man. It's heavy. And I just want to create great shit and great opportunities. And I want beautiful people, women and men, to be able to show up on set and not feel like they got to do something to earn their spot. You're talented and you work hard. You already earned your spot. What I learned from the bullshit was walk away from anything that doesn't serve you or anything that's going to cost me my spirit and my soul. And it's not easy, but it's possible. It's doable. It's possible. Walk away. Godfrey, I appreciate you, brother, man. Most people who know me don't even know most of this shit. It's like 5 people on earth know the stuff that I dealt with. I told my mother, my grandmother, I told my oldest brother who's in here somewhere he's trying to make sure I don't jump off the side of the mountain and tell everything. I want to so fucking bad because I'm tired of carrying it. No, this too shall not pass. This person has done this for person after person after person. This too shall not pass. It needs to be addressed. So, yeah, this conversation is going to happen. It's going to happen soon. I'm just trying to figure out when. But it needs to happen. Like I said, you don't have to believe me. You can hear this person in his very distinctive voice. Once the sexual harassment started, I have kept one of these on me. It's a recorder. I've kept one of them on me for 18 years. So it's time. I'm tired. I'm tired of carrying that around. I feel like like 2 additional 45-pound plates that I don't need to carry. I'm tired. So, I'm gonna call my brother, ease his mind, because I know he's worried I'm about to air it out over here. I was thinking and my spirit was uneasy and I'm tired, man. I'm tired. Yeah.
Some of your heroes, some of your very heroes are taking advantage of people. And I'm grateful to learn that lesson, because that way when I'm in a space to where I'm the boss and I'm making decisions, and I'm an executive producer now on my show, I can go around and make sure that everybody gets a handshake, a dap, a fist bump, or a church hug, but nobody feels like I felt. I can make sure of that. And it's please and thank you. Yes, please. And thank you. It's all that. Everybody gets treated like the CEO, being treated like somebody's goal of a piece of ass. Somebody pretending to be your friend, pretending to be a mentor or an older brother figure, when ultimately their goal was just some ass. That shows you how not to be when you're in charge. So I'm grateful for those lessons learned. We're gonna continue this conversation, and we're gonna continue it soon. I'm tired of carrying this. And I know there's others. I feel bad for those dudes that actually said yes. I hate you, Miguel. I hate you after I hit my brother. I feel bad for them, because they fell for the pressure. They fell for the opportunity. They're somewhere, working a low-end job, and somebody comes in with this money, and they're like, okay, well, maybe just this once. I guarantee you there's a bunch of them that are going to come out. But I'm glad I didn't sell my soul or my ass. I deserve to be here. I earned it. I wrote it. I showed up on these shows and was professional and punctual and prepared, and treated everybody there like the CEO. Yes, please. And thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Everything. Because I'm not as a facade. I'm grateful to be here. I love what I do. But when they poison the well with this bullshit, man. One of the biggest reasons I never wanted to say anything is because I didn't want to be the person that broke your heart. I didn't want to be the person that said that your hero, such and such, sexually harassed me for years and tried to sexually assault me. Tried. We're going to continue this conversation at some point soon. It's got to happen. So, but it's traumatic when you deal with that bullshit for years. Years of that bullshit. Years of pressure. Years of intimidation. Years of sideways comments and insults, and everybody else getting a raise, everybody else getting a vacation, everybody else getting to be a part of this new show or this new thing, but because you ain't playing ball, literally and figuratively. I hear you, KG. I'm signing off. I've done enough. I'm tiptoeing on the fucking edge. It's Dirty Diana, and I'm leaning over. I'm gonna go, y'all, before I say too much. But yeah, no, I'm not. Thank you, God, for not making me the kind of man that's going to fuck his way to the middle. Thank you. Thank you for standing back and letting both of us see who I am and who you built. I'm going to keep making shows and keep making films and make sure that people on my productions aren't sexually harassed and bullied and intimidated, and they don't have to deal with attempted sexual assault or inappropriate bullshit. I got you. Thank you for making me the way you made me. I'm going to go because I'm going to say some shit. No, I just prayed, but you know me. Let me call my brother, and I gotta call McGill and check in with KG. Love and appreciate y'all, man. This shit just gets heavy sometimes. Life be lifing, but you carry something like this, and then you got to deal with somebody, and they floating in your face, gloating about this or that or this or that. Like, motherfucker, you do remember, you do know the terror that you exacted upon me and multiple people for fucking years. I'm scared. But it's the conversation is gonna be had. You just gotta figure out if you're gonna accept the truth about one of your deities or not, because it's the truth. And if I take a polygraph on TV in front of you, you'll know it. And if you hear him offering me inappropriate opportunities, you'll know it. And if you choose not to believe it, then it's on you. But it's got to be dealt with. It's time. I love and appreciate y'all. I'm gonna get out of here before I actually split.
Man, where do I begin, y'all? Where do I begin? Where do I begin? I felt every word he said, especially when he was talking about people gloating and getting all these perks and stuff because they sold their soul. And you know, I mean, what I've been going through YouTube, what I've gone through in workplaces, it's the same thing, guys, in a lot of circles, on a lot of platforms, and a lot of workplaces. And it's disgusting. And it's sad. And like I said in the P. Diddy video, this garbage is everywhere. And sadly, it always seems to turn out that a lot of people in power tend to be evil. You know, it really makes you question why. Why can't these people just be to themselves, keep their hands to themselves, keep their mouths to themselves, keep to themselves professionally, and just do the right thing, and it's sad that it's horribly sad that this has happened to him. I believe every word he said. I believe every word he said. And, I'm happy as well. Like he said, I'm happy that he kept his integrity. I'm happy that he still felt led, to be true to himself and to not switch up on himself and to not go against what he fundamentally believes in, And one of the weirdest things you can ever possibly try to do, in my opinion, is you're trying to pervert somebody, offering money for a straight man to do unstraight things. Okay, prison all over that, pay him his compensation for the trauma. And, if he's getting therapy, whether he believes in therapy or not, is, up to him. I'm indifferent towards therapy. You can't trust everybody. You can't even trust therapists. You know what I'm saying? But whatever he needs to heal, he needs to be compensated. And I think he mentioned a car, like there was some kind of company car that somebody gave him because he obviously, said no to the advantage, to the sexual advantages, and someone offered him a car. I mean, there's proof of this stuff. Clearly, I'm sure there is. So, man, I'm shaken to my core. I'm so sad that what I suspected is true. I'm genuinely even more heartbroken than I already have been for a while over this world, the condition of this world, the people in it, and it's just another very, very sad case, guys, of hearing people go through shit they don't deserve, and these are good-hearted people, pure-hearted, sweet people that, unpositive people want to ruin, where we've all experienced it. I've experienced it. You guys have experienced it. I'm saying, I'm sure a lot of you guys have. And it sucks, and I can only imagine, especially if you got kids to feed. That's why I keep saying, like, people need to be careful, I'm saying, because when you have more responsibility, you got kids to feed, and people want to take advantage of you, it's awful. And that's why these days it's just so dangerous all around for men, and sadly for women. Now we're seeing men, and there's not really a lot of them, but they're because they're quiet and they're probably ashamed. But I hope that Christian Keys and other actors and people that have come forward, I hope that they get the courage, to protect their masculinity and protect their sexuality and protect themselves, because they can also get diseases. They also can get sick. They also can get blackballed. They also can get messed over. Not just women. Women get it too. It's pretty much, a known thing that women have gotten mistreated, and change in exchange for a career, which is disgusting. And me personally, that's something that I've been afraid of all my life. I mean, I've worked through college, I've worked as well, but even with the bad experiences that I've had, what I'm saying, that is definitely something that I fear, what I'm saying. And I try not to think too much about, but I mean, it's out there, I'm saying, but there's perverted people out here that most of the time have some kind of level of control, and it's sick. It's scary. You have to put a roof over your head. You have to pay your bills, as this guy is saying, like, as we're all saying, and it's just so wrong that a person would take advantage in that way, knowing that it's not wanted, it's not consensual, it's not even consensual, guys. It's people that are they're just high off their own acid. What I'm saying? They're high off their own supply of their egomaniac behavior, and it's just weird. And while I'm at it, I'm gonna say that I do think that, and I know for a fact that YouTube is manipulating my numbers and manipulating what I do, and many others. What I'm saying? There's been a slow drip of people finally coming out talking about, them not getting paid. I've not gotten paid on multiple different occasions, and the wrong amount. They put their hands in everything, guys, because why? This is a capitalist pig society. And until things really change, guys, it is a fallen world. It is a fallen people, not even just fallen world. It is fallen people more so. Because if it wasn't for the people in this nasty world, it wouldn't be like this. This planet, this world we live in, this matrix we're stuck in, would not be like this, guys. It's the people. It is the people, as I said earlier, that ruin it for everybody else. And here we have another classic example of people that work hard for their body. I'm sure he's worked out a lot. I mean, his body is incredible. And your body and what you use it for with your significant other, that's all it's, is private. And if you go to the beach, okay, you go to the pool, whatever. But then these weirdos, they think that because you look good, they can, touch up all on you. And me personally, that's also what I have tried to avoid in my life. I'm not saying that I've sometimes have put on weight necessarily by mistake, because I've heard that, if you're attractive, bad things happen. And so psychologically as a woman, and I can only imagine for a man, but even psychologically as a woman, you do certain things because you don't want to be harmed. And I've been there, I'm saying, I have been there. So now hearing it from a man's perspective of him trying to walk out the door and the guy is going for his junk. I mean, guys, this is sick, and how can people raise their kids in a world like this? How can we have celebrities who are sane and whole and healthy and happy and are trying to bring happiness through entertainment to all of us, and they're being harassed behind closed doors? How is it possible, guys? You know, how is it possible? There'd be times where I have 30 people in the room, 20 people in the room, 10 people in the room, you know, and I finished the stream and it would reflect my views. Now they don't even reflect any of the live views all of a sudden. And not unless I go on StreamYard or something, does it not, it doesn't reflect clearly. There's something wrong with the system, guys. And it's not just this system, but it's all the systems. All the systems seem to have this strange energy of being turning something good to bad. And I don't know why. I don't know why we live in a world like this, guys, but I'm so sad for him. I tweeted to him and said that I'm proud of him because I am proud of him for speaking up for himself. And I hope that, you know, besides the acting stuff, I hope in general that he will have enough funds and enough money, enough resources to maybe move out of LA or wherever the heck he's at, or go to some, you know, more reserved place or whatever he wants to do, whatever he wants to do. But you know, of course it's traumatic. You know, he said there's trauma. Well, of course there's trauma. You know what I'm saying? Of course there is, because you're trying to do what you love and put food on the table, and here you have these nut jobs, you know what I'm saying, who want to make your life a living hell. And then in the same breath as they try to abuse him, they want him to show up to work. Think about that. In the same breath that they're bullying and they're abusing and they're and you know, forthright without it being consensual, and in the same breath they want him to turn up to work just so they can kind of abuse him again. You know what I'm saying? This is psychological warfare, guys. That is what you call psychological warfare. And it happens to, I would want to say, probably 70% of the population. Because if I said 100, that'd be too morbid. But it happens to majority of people. You know what I'm saying? They want to go on vacation. They're threatened to be fired if they don't go on vacation. If they go on vacation, they're threatened that they're gonna not come back to a job, right? If someone doesn't show some cleavage or doesn't, you know, it's everywhere, guys. It's everywhere. And something has to be done. I know we had the Me Too. Now I see on Twitter there's this Him Too movement or whatever. I don't know what's gonna happen, y'all, to eradicate this craziness that I've been seeing just all over the place. You know, I don't know what it's gonna take or why this is happening to so many people, but you know, the simple word is evil. You know what I'm saying? It's a power trip ego thing, and they themselves become gods over people. You know, and this is exactly why pastors, Eddie Long, remember Eddie Long, when he abused his congregation, these young men, and he had a wife all the while. He had a wife the whole time and was having intimacy with these young men from the church. I mean, guys, it's everywhere. Do you hear what I'm saying? So these people that are consciously choosing to have kids and bring kids and bring babies into this world, you better think good and hard, because these are the kind of things that makes me say I wouldn't want to have children in this world. If I was on a different planet that actually had some decency, I would have no problem wanting to have children. But this planet right here, this earth right here, with these people right here, not a chance in hell. Not a chance in hell, because this is why we have parents who are paranoid, you know what I'm saying, and are overly protective because of things like this. Because if their child gets too successful, they're afraid of their child being shot down. Literally, you know. Kanye West recently, regardless of what you think about him and his other political views, recently Kanye West said that Aaron Carter was taken out of here. You know, he was killed, basically. Okay. And I believe him. I believe him, because Aaron Carter was also very close to Michael Jackson, and they try to give money to Aaron Carter's family to sell out Michael Jackson. There's been multiple people that are A-listers that have come forward even to this day and have said that they were offered money to lie that Michael Jackson touched them. This is sick, guys. Okay, this cesspool, the system is sick. Is sick. And once people accept that, once people see that for what it is, and they understand how dangerous everything is, they should have more compassion for other people trying to survive. And they should have more compassion for people trying to just get by, you know? But then we have the heartless folks who are irrational and don't care. You know what I'm saying? And so this is why we need people like Christian KEYES and myself and others to take a stand against it. Because if not, it's going to keep happening. And he's right. He's right. How many other countless young men are on this payroll that he's talking about that have fell for the bait? How many? Could be hundreds, guys. And these could be men in power who have wives. Let's not forget that, because it's the same kind of rinse, wash, and repeat kind of cycle where these men still marry women, but they're sleeping with young men. You know what I'm saying? This is why I keep telling people to stop with this this thing about dating older men and all this garbage, because they have money. They're perverts, okay? No man of that age should even be looking at somebody more than half his age younger, okay? That's a red flag within itself. You know what I'm saying? I mean, even a couple of days ago, I was working and this guy thought that I was, I don't know if he thought I was stupid, or I'm pretty sure he didn't think I was stupid, but like he said, they try it, you know what I'm saying? And he was a gentleman. He didn't do anything inappropriate. Thank God I would have decked him or called the police on him. And he was at least probably 40 years older than me. Talk about a business card. And then he had no business card. And I'm standing there like, this guy must really think I'm this stupid. You know what I'm saying? I don't need a business card for your stand next to a restaurant. I don't need your business card. You see what I'm saying? And he was trying to get my number. Oh no, actually no. He gave me his number and wanted me to text him or whatever. Did I? Fuck no. Fuck no. You're 40 years older than me. I have nothing to offer you. You see what I'm saying? And I at all. And so this is sick, guys. This is sick. You know what I'm saying? The sugar daddy, all this stuff that we have perpetuated, they've perpetuated movies, in society and culture. It's sick, guys. It's sick. It's sick. It's not normal. A 60-year-old does not need to be with a 20-year-old. I don't care what you tell me. I don't care what you say. Okay? It's weird. Okay? If I date somebody in my 20s and they're even 5 years younger than me in my 20s, I don't feel comfortable with that. I don't, because mentally they're not there. You see what I'm saying? And so he's talking, so Christian, going to the actor, he's talking about going into meetings and these old guys are coming out with silk robes and champagne. I mean, guys, this is sick. This is some sick shit, guys. And it's all in the cracks and crevices of society, and it has to be eradicated. It has to stop. The flirting that is not consensual, it needs to stop. You know what I'm saying? If someone tells you no, like he said, no means no. No means no. That's it. There's nothing else to discuss or to debate or to try to. No means no. So, yeah, guys, I this is basically a 3-hour stream, and rightfully so. I wasn't planning to watch the whole hour video, but you know what? I wanted to hear what he had to say and give him his respect for his bravery, and I wanted to know what he had to say in general. So it is what it is. All right, love you guys. I'll catch you later. But yeah, guys, just if something is going wrong at work and you feel uncomfortable, or someone's being assaulted and someone's coming on to somebody and it's not consensual, you need to speak up, you know what I'm saying? Or the person needs to speak up that it's happening to. And you know, you have to protect yourself. You can't just be doormat, you know, because if you're doormat and you turn a cheek, you know, like he said, that's his only regret is that he didn't speak out, because he's saying, how many other men has this happened to? Young men has this happened to? Because nobody's blown the whistle. Nobody, you know, nobody's out this person. You see? And so it's happening in these companies, it's happening in these industries, it's happening everywhere. And this is the issue. This is the issue. But thank you guys for watching. Pray for this guy, pray for the world, pray for all of us. If you don't believe in prayer, or a little spectacle of prayer, you know, try to focus your thoughts on things that empower people, that empower yourself. Because if not, you can't lay victim to this. And, you know, I'm just happy that he wasn't a victim. Regardless, when he spoke whatever, he still said no. And if the other things come out and he, you know, fell for the bait and he was young, then that's very sad, you know, and maybe he was in a bad situation. I get that, you know what I'm saying? But it's even worse when these people take advantage of people that they know can't do better. You know what I'm saying? It's not fair, it's not right. Anyway, that's what I have to say about it. And you know, I'm happy I was able to listen to it before anything scrub off the internet. At least I got to see what he had to say. All right, guys, I'm signing off. Have a good night. Okay, bye.